Welcome to T Boys TV. We are back again with another Hat Show, obviously episode 213, and obviously we are back again to talk about that game on the weekend. Another defeat, what a surprise! And then obviously we got the FA Cup third round draw. Obviously it's at 7, so I'll probably do a little reaction to it live. Might as well. But yeah, first of all, Dad, how are you?
Yeah, not too bad, thanks. Hope everyone's cool.
Yep, no, absolutely. Big up to everyone that has been waiting and obviously liking and all of that before we went on. But yeah, let's get straight into it. So obviously we took on Norwich. Going into it, not confident. Similar to the Leeds game. Obviously you said a slightly closer game, Dad. Obviously I said it. I said a 3-1.
Yeah.
Obviously it ended up being a 4-2 defeat. But again, it was just one of them individual sloppy mistakes. We look so vulnerable defensively. It's just getting annoying now. Like people say it's like League One players. I wouldn't even say that. League Two. It's just abysmal. But obviously the lineup: Kaminsky in goal, Bell, McGuinness, and Mengi. It seemed like Chong was a wing back again. Hashioka on the right. I mean, that was good to see that he was actually starting because he didn't against Leeds. Clark, Chong, Baptiste. Had my worries about that midfield. We spoke about the game before, Dad. Before obviously the game went off, and I said I don't like that midfield. It's too attacking. It's too attacking minded. You've not got that cover. You look at the Middlesbrough game. The same thing happened there. It was a more attacking midfield, and we got punished. Clark just warrants a start every time. Don't know how, but he just does, and it's just getting frustrating now. And then obviously you had Morris and Brown up front. I mean, that was good to see. Obviously Brown, he has been on better form than Elijah. If we're being honest, and then Morris is obviously the captain, so he's always going to start. As for the bench, you had the likes of Anderson, which was good to see. Holmes, Kraus, Krul, Moses, Ruddock, McCamber, Taylor, and Woodrow. So again, more than experienced bench for us, when it comes to that side of things. But if you got Kraus and McCamber there, why are you not using one of them away from home? It's just criminal for me. Against a Norwich side who've got that attack that they've got to hurt us. We thought Signs would do a lot more. Obviously, he did score, but we thought he'd probably score another one. And there was a great opportunity at the start of the game to do that. But I don't like that midfield. It's too attacking. You've got Chong on the wing back. Why? You're utilising him to his strengths. We've been saying that. Put him in the cam. He's much better there. It benefits him. He's not good. He's not strong on the ball. We said it even when we done vlog from homes in the Premier League. He's not strong on the ball. He gets bodied off it too easy. You look at the second goal, that's basic. You've just got to hold him off. Do you know what I mean? But I can't blame him because at the end of the day, he shouldn't be in that position anyway. It's just not good. Yes, he played there a few times at Birmingham, but predominantly he's better higher up. Do you know what I mean? So it's just frustrating, wasn't it, Dad?
Yeah, I mean, I said about Bell away against the better teams playing left centre back. This was the worst I've seen him. I think I'm not going to lie.
Mm.
Chong, as you already said, gets bullied on there. We could have put Moses there. Could have even put Brown there. Right, he's not defensive, but he's I've seen him tackle quite a lot, and he is quite strong. But Bell should have probably been there, and then Holmes should have started where Bell was. So it's a bit of both, like his team selection and it is players. But now it's turning toxic, and I'm sure it will between them. They're arguing between each other. I'm pretty sure that there'd have been some harsh words spoken now because Rob's actually criticised the players, which is fine. But just Clark, we knew would be a shoo-in again. He was actually all right, to be fair to him, but it's just too many errors and that it comes from the belief as well, and there's just no belief at the moment. So again, we kind of half expected that lineup. Brown to start. I changed it for Elijah, but I think you kept Brown. But I do think Holmes should have been starting, and Bell in his more natural position. But still, they still made them individual errors, particularly Mengi, I thought, which is, I don't know, he just seems to be going off the boil a little bit. I don't know. He's still a young lad. A lot of pressure on him, a lot of pressure on all of them, to be fair. But I just think fundamentally it probably does. It boils down to the manager initially, and then they've made mistakes in other games. He's never called them out. When Kabore was making mistakes in the Premier League, he never called him. Not really. I think he said some errors and that, but not as much as that. He was like, it was ridiculous. You know what I mean? If you're not going to sort of, concentrate or whatever, then you ain't going to start, basically. Well, let's see you drop in Mengi
then. Exactly.
Or Bell, or play him in his right fucking position. Well, drop Bell as well then, if you're not going to play him. But I'd play him in that position, in his natural position, and put Holmes there.
Yeah, for me, with Doughty being out, you have to.
But yeah, you might as well just get into it, because...
Yeah, well, sloppy. So many crap passing yet again, all over the place, right? Talking about Mengi, his passing was either rushing things or his passing was all over the place. There's a moment where he was sitting on the ball too long. They got the ball. Signs. One player you don't want to do, you give the ball to. And we did. He hit the side netting. It was close. No, we were so sloppy. Bell, I thought was yeah. I have to agree, Dad. Probably his worst game in the Luton shirt that I can remember. There was a moment as well in the game where he's tried to pass it across goal. Why? You learn that as a kid not to do that. Do you know what I mean? What are you passing across goal? Back to Kaminsky. Yeah?
Yeah.
What are we doing?
Yeah, but his intentions were there. It was just poor quality.
Stupid. Against Norwich, who have got that attack. What are we doing? Seriously. Yeah, I couldn't believe what I was. Well, I sort of could, but it was just so sloppy, man. And it was so frustrating because I don't even think Norwich were all that defensively. I think they were playing like idiots and all at the back. Look at the goal we got, capitalised from their mistake. And the fact that they kept doing that after and we didn't punish it as much as we could have was frustrating as well. But credit to Elijah, always pressing, always doing that, always with his ruthless relentlessness press he was using. Obviously got the goal, well taken goal. He couldn't really miss, in the sense of when he put it past their player to then go for the shot. Couldn't really miss, good start. I mean, from that moment in, I still didn't believe we were going to go on to win the game personally, just because of how we've been in games. I had the similar sort of vibes to Coventry away, for example, in that sense. But good for Elijah to get a goal, confidence and stuff like that. But yeah, it was just like, what's going on? We were still vulnerable. Like after that, we nearly conceded. Well, we did concede straight away. Sloppy goal. I mean, a lot of people have been blaming Kaminsky. I don't think so. I think Mengi should have done better on the actual clearance, where Kaminsky's then gone to punch it away. But then I think Clark's got to be doing better. He's just standing still, letting the guy just go in. I think Clark's tackling was much better in the game, but his awareness is not good enough for a centre midfielder. It's just not good enough, right? We're playing away from home against the Norwich side who have been on fire going forward. One loss at home in the last year, and we don't put a defensive midfielder in the midfield. It's crazy. Yeah, all right, Craftsman with 100%, whatever. Put Nakamba in there then. He's played more than enough games recently. I don't understand what we're doing. We've done the same thing at Middlesbrough. We conceded 5. We conceded 4 in this game. Conceded 3 to Leeds. All right, we had a defensive midfielder in there. But it's just not good enough. It's just not good enough whatsoever. You look at that. They got the goal. Great finish, by the way. Nothing taken away from the finish. But defensively, not good enough. Should have cleared it. Scramble in the box. Terrible. And then obviously they scored again. Well, I didn't even expect that. Obviously, if you did watch the vlog, shout out to everyone that has. I did get all the goals on record, but that was the one where I just got the actual finish because I thought Chong would see it out. Again, yes, he should be doing better there. It's basic, you just got to hold him off. But at the same time, he shouldn't be playing there. He should not be playing there. I know I liked it when he played there against West Brom in the second half, but that's because he was free roaming. Do you know what I mean? He wasn't stuck to specifically play there. And it's just not good enough, not strong enough on the ball, too easy. But as soon as they play it across, he's not going to miss. The guy's already scored, so we have confidence to score again. And he did. And a lot of people around me were saying, well, we better hope this don't get even worse. Otherwise, this is going to be another very long afternoon, slash day, slash night, whatever you want to call it. So, it was just frustrating. What did you make of the first half there?
Just same old, really, isn't it? Capitalise on that mistake, which was good. Yeah, he still had quite a lot to do with Elijah. So there was a error from them, wasn't it? So they gifted us that, really, and they was doing it for the taking. But so was Plymouth. So have other teams. That's why they continue to play like that, because 9 times out of 10 we don't do anything. The first goal, Mengi, he did header it, but it should have been it should have been cleared. Kaminsky, we questioned him coming out a little bit, but he wouldn't have had to come out if the header was dealt with properly. And even then, he got a fist to it, got punt. If we'd have ended up clearing that, no one would be criticising him. But because it come back in, Clark's all, he's just in the box defending. I don't think I've ever seen him defend, really. And then Mengi and Bell got in each other. They should have dealt with it as well. So there's plenty of opportunities for it. Kaminsky come rushing out, and he does do that to try and rescue the situation. He's quick on his feet. You've got to commend him for that. At the end of the day, tried to he got a fist on it, punched it away. But then they should have been on it. And then the other one, Jack Stacey. Jack Stacey basically hadn't really been starting for Norwich. Played, started this game, and basically he played like how he used to play for us. How the rest of our own team used to play. Don't give up. Do you know what I mean? And Chong kind of washed boys out, but he's not defensive minded, so he's not going to be as switched on as Holmes, and that probably would have cleared it anyway. He probably wouldn't have even tried to let it run out. He probably just whacked it away from a throw in. You know what I mean? But Chong's like, I should be able to, and took his eye off the ball for a second. But even then, you don't really anticipate things like that. They all presumed it was going out, but it was too late. So the first half weren't it was very sloppy. Second half was definitely much better until the last 5 minutes. You know what I mean? We put a lot of pressure on them. Moses come on, obviously, at half time, made a difference straight away. Got to give him credit for that. And we were going at them. Who else come on? Can't remember, but we started putting them under a lot more pressure, and then obviously got the equaliser from the corner. It's another set piece goal. So Baptiste is delivering on that aspect.
Yeah. I agree. It's just frustrating. We're known for being that team that we work hard and stuff, but just any time a team comes at us, it's just worrying. Even when we got the equaliser, right? We'll just go straight into the second half now. Even when we got the equaliser 2-2, I was still nervous. Do you know what I mean? Because I just know what we're like. They go forward. We're back in the game because let's be honest, we have got a losing mentality because we lost so many games, over the last 2 seasons. The heads drop straight away, and then when we're trying to hold on to a lead, you've seen it a lot of times. Sheffield Wednesday, Millwall is the clear example. Hull, we were putting our bodies on the line against Hull at home. Come on, man. Seriously, I knew they were gonna get back into the game in some sort of way, Norwich, and go on to win it, even though it was a draw at that point. I just always had that feeling. But the 2 goals we conceded in the second half, too easy, too easy. Especially the fourth one. The fact that we've just let it go past him. We're not marking signs who's broke his career record goal scoring, like I said going into it, like I said in the vlog as well. The fact that we're not even marking him is just crazy. As soon as they got that third, the heads dropped. They did drop. You saw it. You also see it in the sense of the fourth goal anyway, in the sense of how easy it was for them to get that goal, really. So just not good enough defensively yet again. Better performance than Leeds, yes, but it's still not good enough, guys. And I've had Norwich fans going to me, "Oh, what how are you moaning? Rare tear, we've lost one game at home." Because we crap defensively, mate. Yeah, and our expectations going into the season, they said our expectations are to win the league. Yeah, I knew that weren't going to happen anyway. But the fact that our expectations are that, and we're fighting relegation, it's not good enough, guys. Yeah, we've kept the core of the squad, right? And I don't want to hear about the players that have gone. Yeah, they were always going to go. Barkley literally said a few games before the end of the season, I want to play in Europe, but my main aim right now is to keep Luton up. Yeah, he was always going to go, right? Lukonga, always going to go. We're never going to keep them players. Berry, I don't even put his name in the conversation. Love the guy, but don't put his name in the conversation. The guy was not going to be a starter for Luton. Yeah. So what other players?
I would say is he'd do better than some of the players now.
He would. No, he would. Yeah. He would. Don't get me wrong. He would, but he weren't going to start. Let's be honest.
Probably not. Yeah.
Let's just be real with it. Yeah. At the end of the day, yeah, the problem is, yeah, we have not. Well, I just don't think we done enough in the window. To be honest, we left it a bit late, which was yes, all right. Teams were trying to charge certain prices for players because we have been in the Premier League now and stuff. But
I'll tell you what's happened there. We did sign players. We got quality. We did sign. There's certain players we did sign. We thought would add to it, but because the whole squad is not performing the Luton way and continuing that way of us developing and going up the leagues without spending stupid money, it's backfired on us because it hasn't worked. So now they're pretty. We should stay up, but just to make sure and move forward into next season now, you're gonna have to try and spend a little bit of money in January. I know you don't know January transfer windows, this, that, and the other, but you got to get a couple of players out who you basically are not going to play, you don't want to be playing, and try and get a couple in. Do you know what I mean? And potentially there's players there that actually do want out anyway. Take the hit. If you don't want to play for Luton, we don't want you. Simple as that. I don't care who you are. But yeah, last out, scored from a corner again. McGuinness put it back across, like a shot himself. Brown there again, scored. He's doing all right, really. And then Bell for the last goal, particularly, just didn't even bother putting the tackle in. And you're right, no one was marking that mate boy because we'd marked him. To be fair, we've done all right. Hashioka particularly, give big shout out to him. He had his number. He did have his number, and there's certain players, and like we said at the beginning of the season, the players that are playing all right, who deserve the credit, are actually Baptiste for me. New signings. It's the old guard who are letting us down. Do you know what I mean? The new guard who contribute. It's the old guard who are letting us down. And that's a dressing room problem. So yeah, and then the previous goal before that, again, McGuinness kind of got caught on the ball, but it still could have been stopped after that. Do you know what I mean? Throw your bodies on the line or whatever. You can't. Right, the hate I see towards him is ridiculous. Scapegoat, innit? New guy, innit? New guy always gets the shit. Weren't saying fuck all when he scored, winning goal against Hull and things like that. Do you know what I mean? But yeah.
Yeah, I mean,
it's one thing or the other. It's one thing or the other, and it's becoming toxic because if we don't show that togetherness or improvements, or we'll see if he drops anyone. That's going to be another interest. If you're pissed off about it, don't have a
He's
heart to
got to,
heart.
surely, after what he said.
Put your foot down. Put your foot down. So I've got to do this. Like, Holmes unfairly got dropped, in my opinion. Should have been starting the game. Burke becomes fit again, he'll be straight back in there because he hasn't really let us down. I wouldn't say he's our best defender, but he hasn't really let us down this season. Really, I don't think so. Kaminsky's going to be straight in. You think they're going to drop him? I've seen people saying put Shea in goal.
Was Shea even on the bench the other day?
No, I don't think so. But yeah,
it's cool, isn't it? Yeah, it is. So Shea's not even fit, guys. Yeah, so actually have a look before you say.
No, that ain't going to. It won't. You can't really give him anything. He's letting 4 goals. He was letting him 4 goals last season in the Premier League, and still potentially man a match for us. I'm not even watching that. Mengi's sort of turned. He was good, wasn't he? And he did sometimes. You know what I mean? But it's just not consistent, and that comes from him. He was very consistent in the Premier League, and even maybe in a few games this season. But now it's like he's like, I can't be asked. Almost, this isn't working. Maybe I won't go in January, but people are looking at him because he is a good defender, especially for his age. He's got a hell of a lot of potential.
Yeah, definitely.
If someone does come back in for him in the summer, he'll go because he doesn't really want to be here. I don't think he does. So, he's a Man United player. Chong, maybe even a little bit similar. Let's be honest. Because he goes missing in certain games. Do you know what I mean? But he should have been playing Cam.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly.
And then Bell should have been on that side. And if he, I don't know why we keep putting him in left centre back. That was ever a temporary fucking measure previously, and we said on the last show,
especially with the fact as well. Sorry to cut you off.
Good attacks, you're just asking for trouble. I think he knows it. Well,
it's the fact we had Holmes and Anderson on the bench as well. We ain't had them two on the bench together for a while. So why don't you put Holmes in? Like you say,
I think he could have played in that position. Yeah, 100%. I think Anderson would have been a good shout, but we don't know how fit they're supposed to be.
Yeah. That's fair enough. But that's what I'm saying. Put Holmes in. Holmes has been good.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that nearly own goal against Watford, but that was, other than that, he's been good. He's been good. You know what I'm saying, what are we doing here?
And then, Moses come on, done good. Showed.
Yeah, he done well when he come on. To be fair.
Woodrow and Taylor. Obviously, I ended up listening to the last thingy, but
Taylor couldn't really get in the game. Woodrow, got a yellow card pretty much straight away. Just typical, really.
Yeah, it was awful, and we know that. And but then he's brought both the other strikers on, all strikers on the pitch. But again, get someone in.
Yeah, I think we need to. Well, I think we will anyway.
You don't rate Taylor.
Taylor ain't staying at the club.
If Woodrow's the answer on the bench, then I don't know what the question is. We need to. Do you know what I mean? We need to get someone, even if they're like a bit older. Like we used to. You know what I mean? There's players. There's players. Billy Sharp, right? I'm saying sign in, but there's players of that ilk. You could just bang on the bench, mate, and they've got experience throughout all the leagues. And they probably would come on and do something, mate.
Yeah.
No, if you don't rate Taylor, well, obviously we know that, but he's got to be gone in January for me then.
Yeah, whether that's loan with an option to buy or permanently, he'll be gone.
I think if he gets a permanent, he'll go.
Yeah.
Because look at us now as well. Like if we were still up there and was fighting, then maybe you go loan now because I can still get back into this team that's fighting to get in the playoffs or whatever. But now you'd be like, way you're playing, I'll be a Buffy next season. Do you know what I mean? Woodrow, not the answer. So disappointed with how that's worked out.
Yeah, if you remember, guys, we were happy because we signed him before remake, and we knew he was decent. He was decent for Barnsley. you know, he thought he'd come back to us and have a point to prove sort of thing. You know, he had them expectation, you know, players. Rob Edwards said it himself, best finisher at the club. And he's just, I've got high expectations. When you say something like that, I've got high expectations for you. If you're a striker and they say you're the best finisher at the club, you got to prove that. Yes, he's got a few last minute goals, but guys, let's be honest, yeah? Half of the shots this guy has are terrible. Let's just be honest with it. You know, I'll be honest, at the time, I didn't mind the sub of him coming on against Norwich because he did score against Norwich last time we played him. But he's not been good enough, let's be honest. When you got that, you know, said about you, and you're missing penalties against flipping Hitchin and flipping some Ukrainian team I never heard of in my life. Do you know what I mean? It's just not good enough. It's just the facts and the reality. You know, even when he had a great opportunity last year to start against Man United when Elijah got injured in the warm-up, he didn't do nothing. Do you know what I mean? So, yeah, I wouldn't be surprised. We loan him out maybe, and then with an option to buy with him, and then get rid of Taylor maybe in January. But we need to do things because we've got a 24-man squad, so we've only got one space as it stands. So we definitely need to do something. Like you say, Dad, I guess bigger names like Mengi and Kaminsky might get looked at.
Well,
you know,
Woodrow scored 5 goals in 62 appearances for, and yeah, a lot of them have come off the bench, but still.
Considering he meant to be the best finisher at the club.
Right, he obviously ain't. I don't, you know what I mean?
Clark's better finisher than him.
If you was, then you'd be starting, wouldn't you?
Mm. Yeah, exactly. And even when he has started, he hasn't done much. Let's just be real, guys. He hasn't. So, yeah, man. But I know a lot of people in this chat are the same. Especially Jackie when she tunes in. She's not a big fan of Woodrow, as we know. But yeah, it's just disappointing. I mean, like I said, better performance in glimpses, but still defensively, you know, we were shambles. Sloppy in possession again, loads of times in this game, which is just ridiculous. And yeah, you know, there was some good individual performances yet again, but as a team, not good enough. Simple as that. So that's really it on the game as a whole. But yeah, we'll go through some comments. Big up to Exile Hatter in the chat. Players have to take responsibility. Yeah, no, they do as well. 100%. Like Rob Edwards said, you know, it's
if they do
mistakes in this game, and it was. But there's just some little things as well that he does. You know, putting Chong wing back, the fact that we didn't have a CDM away from home. Oh, I just can't believe it. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, exactly. More players out of position. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, I have to agree. I have to agree with this as well. It is. And again, I think a lot of it comes into the way we're trying to play now. Now, I'll tell you one moment I did like in this game. Kaminsky was going to play it short, and Morris went all the way to him and said, "No, play it long." Do you know what I mean? I love that from Morris. I love to see that because I don't like this short goal kick crap. Yeah, I don't like it. Yeah, I said it yesterday when I went on OK Football's phone in. Right, I don't like it. Right, Man City were doing it against Liverpool away at Anfield. What are they doing? Yeah, and that's Man City. It's ridiculous. I don't like anyone that does it. You're inviting pressure onto yourselves. It's stupid. Just get the ball up there. Do you know what I mean? That's my opinion on it. Yeah, I mean, I didn't know where Brown was, to be honest. Because, and that's another thing, right? You look at the lineup, all right, as the game went on, you could tell Chong was a wing back and that, but you didn't know what it was at the start of the game. Let's be honest, some people, including myself, were saying it looked like 4-3-3. Some people are saying it looks like the usual with Chong in wing back and stuff like that. But either way, whatever one it was, you wouldn't have agreed with it. Like, you just wouldn't. If it worked, fair enough, we can hold our hands up. But it didn't work, did it? So, you know, and even if you had a 4-3-3, who the hell would have been up front? Like, who would have been out, you know, the wider sort of players? Because we don't play with wingers. You know what I mean? It's all mad, really. It's all mad. But, yeah, it just weren't good. It just weren't good. But, yeah, getting into the player ratings, we'll get into that now. So, Kaminsky, I mean, not the best of games we've seen from him. I don't blame him as much as some people are for the first goal. like we say. But his distribution, every single game, there is one moment where the ball goes out from him taking a goal kick, and it is a bit frustrating. However, shot stopping, prevents it from being a lot more in games. So for me, it's difficult with Kaminsky. I think I'm just going to go for 6.
Yeah, I'll just give him a 6. I ain't going to be that harsh. You know what I mean? Just come out, there's a lot worse stuff going on. Covers kit is, and if I was it, I'd have had enough. How many
Yeah,
goals has he conceded? And he's made good saves in pretty much every game.
yeah,
But yeah, just give him a 6.
yeah. No, I have to agree. And if he gets a decent offer in January, I wouldn't be surprised if he goes, and I wouldn't blame him. To be quite honest with you.
He could easily back up a lot of teams in the Premier League, I think.
Yeah. I agree. Moving on to the next player, we'll go over to Mengi. Again, not a great performance from him. Last 2 games, he's been poor, in my opinion. Especially the last game, in the sense of there was a moment where he rushed the pass and he actually had an argument with Rob Edwards. We saw it, especially if you was at the game, you've seen that. But it's just wasteful in possession, rushing things. Should have done better defensively in the game. Not just him, but yeah, he weren't great. But again, let's be honest, guys. When we signed him, we didn't expect him to start as much as he has. As well, like you said, Dad, he's still got a lot to learn. But you got to drop him. You have to drop him for the next game, in my opinion. So for me, I'm going with 5.5.
I'll give him a 5. I thought it weren't the greatest. We do normally get good performances in, but yeah, like I say, it seems like his head's gone a little bit. He doesn't trust the people around him as well. He's young. He's definitely got a lot of potential, and we'd be best to try and keep him on side, if I'm honest. Do you know what I mean? Because he'll go somewhere else and do really well. You know what I mean? He is a good player. But the attitude just seems to be rising up a little bit. But we'll see. Sometimes, and that you need to drop to see reaction. Players come in sometimes like he did initially, and just keep that spot. So they're old enough to know. So it's not too much of an issue. But yeah, I'm just going to give him a 5.
Yeah, fair enough. Fair enough. I mean, yeah, I was going to go with that myself. McGuinness, again, not the best of games, like the whole back line. Like I say, the 3rd goal, he did get done a little bit. And there was a few moments where he's a little bit shaky in the game, I'll be honest, compared to his last couple of games where I feel especially at Leeds, I felt he was the better one out of the defenders. But this game, I have to be honest, not great. So, again, I'm going to go with another 5.5.
Yeah, I'll give him 5.5. Got a yellow as well. Kind of involved in the equaliser we got. But other than that, yeah. But again, it goes down to not, if you're not trusting each other. He's just come into a new team as well, and you know what I mean. And it does make it difficult. But he hasn't been terrible, from a lot of people saying. Do you know what I mean? Far from it, in my opinion. And again, he's only 23. Like, relax yourself, But I'll give him a 5.5.
Yeah, and with him, he always brings that aerial threat from set pieces. So you've got to look at that as well. And to be fair, aerially he's all right. It's just obviously sometimes does get caught out a little bit, but predominantly I think he's been okay. I agree with you that he's not been as bad as what's made out to be. But moving on to Bell, yeah, I have to be honest, one of the worst games I've seen of him. I'm going to be honest, guys. I mean, there was moments in the game. There was a good tackle he done and stuff, but the last goal not good enough. I didn't like the pass across the pitch. I didn't like that whatsoever. Like I said, you're giving Norwich a golden opportunity, really. I think Mengi done a good tackle. One of the positives that he done in the game from that moment, I believe it was. Good sliding tackle, but yeah, not great from Bell in this game. So I'm going to be honest, guys. I'm going to go over 5.
I'm going to give him 4. He was just involved, like that pass, the first goal. I think initially, before it even got played in and Mengi tried to header it away, he done some lackluster just clearance, and was just ineffective. It was like he wasn't even on the pitch really. It was terrible compared to what we used to seeing from him. He was just like I've never played in this position in my life, or I don't want to be playing this. It was quite bizarre, really. Honestly, very very strange from Bell, because you normally gets at least get that effort, even if he does get done. What he can do well, he will do well, but there was none of that. His passing was worst I've ever seen it. I'm gonna have to go over 4, mate.
I think that might be the lowest you've ever given someone that on here. But yeah, no, it's fair enough. Like I say, I have to be honest, it was one of his worst performances in a Luke shirt. We have to be honest. I mean, against Leeds, I don't think he was too great. Not as bad as that, but I just don't think he's too great as well. Obviously, I was frustrated with that moment where.
I will say on that, obviously, Chong got hooked off, which I felt was a bit harsh. He made that mistake in that, but when he brought Moses on, okay, it kind of worked, but I thought that he would bring Holmes on and push Bell to that position. Maybe that should have happened, and maybe he would, I don't know, but
yeah. No, I'm not saying on Bell. Just that free kick where we rushed against Leeds. It was annoying. But anyway, moving on to the next player. We will go over to Chong. Again, obviously the second goal. Could have done better, but again, he shouldn't be playing there. You limit him to what he's good at. Which is obviously driving up players, going forward and stuff like that. I mean, to be fair, at the start there was a few good tackles from him defensively, but again, it's not ideal to put him there. Let's just be honest with it, guys. So for me, I'm not going to go too low, because at the end of the day, you shouldn't be playing there. So I'm just going to go to 6.
I'm going to give him a 5. Based on that, you got to really, you know what I mean, and yeah, it's not so much his fault, because, like I say, but he's weak. He does get pushed off for it, and even after that, he ran straight up the other end to try and create something after that mistake, and they just put in a great tackle. You know what I mean? And it was done. Do you know what I mean? But he should have been playing Cam anyway. But I'm just going to give him a 5.
Yeah, that's fair enough. Moving on to, I'd say, one of the better players for us, Hashioka, in this game. It took him a bit of a while to get into the game, I'd say. There was a few moments the ball got played across to him. His touch wasn't quite there in that. But as the game went on, there was a moment where, I can't remember who played the ball to him, but he controlled it down nicely and he was driving forward. It was like, go on. Right? He's looking a lot more confident, game upon game. He's getting the ball a lot more as well, which is good to see and stuff like that. So I think he was one of the better players for us in this game. So based on that, I'll go 6.5.
Yeah, definitely. He had Sames' number.
Got a new hairstyle as well, by the way. Changed his hair colour.
Come on, and then
you recognise it was him at first. I was thinking, who is that?
Putting it on him, mate. And he's not, and that is where he weren't even in a defensive position per se. You can say that right wing back or whatever, but he done really well against him, other than the last bit. But then no one was marking him. Other people should have been covering whatever. He played the whole 90 minutes, whatever. But generally he kept him well quiet, winding him up, even to the point where he was fouling him back, and just stuff like that. So I thought that was really good from him. So I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah, absolutely. And then moving on to the next player, Baptiste. Bit difficult for him really to be in the game, because that midfield, I just think it's too attacking minded. You know what I mean? I think you're sort of, if you had Kraus there on the camber, I think you'd seen him a lot more in the game and stuff. So I won't go too low on Baptiste. I'll just say a 6.
Yeah, I'll give him a 6. I don't think it was that bad. It weren't any errors that he particularly made. He was involved in the second half when we were pushing at them and stuff like that. I think I like him. He's quite a strong player.
Mhm.
If he's in the better, the team are playing better, then he'll thrive on it. So I'll just give him 6.
Yeah, fair enough. Moving on to the next player, Clark. I mean, there was a good few tackles from him. Like I say, the first goal, I think personally he should have done a bit better there. But again, we know the vulnerabilities. When you put him in there, and not higher up on the pitch. So yeah, for me, it was better in glimpses, but still not the best. So I think I'm gonna go with a 6.
I'll give him 6.5. I thought he's endeavour. He's trying quite a lot. He did play some decent passes. Again, in the second half, he was all right. So yeah, I think it was a brighter performance from him, considering. I can't really be blaming him so much. Do you know what I mean? Because he's the one of the old guard and that, and he was trying, and he does. I think in certain times we have criticised him here. I keep saying it, but he has contributed more than others this season. Do you know what I mean? And let's get he's probably at his ceiling as well. So last couple of season for him. But yeah, I'll give him a 6.5.
Yeah, fair enough. And then moving on to next, we'll go over to Elijah. His pressing was really good again. Relentlessness. Obviously, got the first goal from it. That will give him, confidence. He was loving it. And yeah, I thought he was decent. I did think he was decent. Again, one of the better players for us. So Elijah, I'll go with a. You know what? I'll give him the highest rating, 7.
Yeah, I'll give him a 7. Scored. He still had a bit to do. Saying earlier that he couldn't really miss and that, but he would have a few games ago. Or
But last season against Tottenham, he would have.
Yeah, so that was good. And he's still working hard, and that it was good that he started. I liked it actually because it works with him. If he doesn't start every game, I do find. So yeah, I'll give him. Yeah, let's give him a 7.
Yeah, absolutely. And then moving on to the 2, we've got to start off with Morris. I mean, again, I think Morris's hold up play is good. It is good. It's just the last couple of games been a little bit sloppy in possession at times. When he's trying to play it back, sometimes the passes are not the best. But I did like his leadership in the game. He didn't get as I know he didn't start that game against Middlesbrough, but he didn't get as vexed as that, for example, and then get a yellow card. I like little bits I saw from him, especially at Kaminsky moment, where he was saying, "No, get it up here. Like, what are we doing here?" Basically. So yeah, that was good to see. And he wasn't terrible in my opinion, but still not the best. But I'll go 6.5.
Yeah, I'll give him 6.5. He was quite vocal in a huddle before the game. He had a speech and that. Well, I don't know, but they didn't. Who was listening to that? You know what I mean? Because individually, it just. And I think I can see his frustration. The reason, at the end of last season, he was like, "Yeah, I'm going to stay with the club," but basically said that and believed that we could, and it's just not happening for him. For us and him, obviously, but he thrives when everyone else is doing what they're supposed to be. He's not an elite player, but these are the players that we've signed. He's that can have that step up because of the togetherness and the grit and determination, and he's got enough skill, but these are not flair players. You need the whole team to be working as a unit. And if they're not, then that's when you get shown up, and that's pretty much is what's happening, isn't it? That's what's happening, and that's why other teams do go, well, we're just going to get flair players, because sometimes these flair players can give the team more confidence, as you saw with Barkley. And Moses hasn't really had that. But again, for me, he should be playing Cam. You could even play him up front anywhere. We've said this before, but it's not happening, is it? Yeah, we've got a few injuries and that, but it's just the shape in it. You know, I think if you're playing like 4-4-2, you could easily put him on either side of the midfield, and you know, but is what it is. But yeah, give him 6.5.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then moving on to Brown, obviously did get a goal. I mean, because I didn't really see it, 'cause it was the other side to where we were, it looked very scrappy. But when you actually look at the finish, it's actually a pretty good finish from Brown. You know, in the sense of the way it's dipped in the net. And again, you know, he's a player that's pushing to start. Even though he has been starting, you know, he's sort of competing with Elijah now, I'd say, for that start. Um, and yeah, I felt he was decent in the game. He was trying like he does, driving forward at the Norwich players a few times, and again, one of the better players for us. So I will go with a 6.5 for Brown, considering we didn't really know where he was as well in the game position wise.
Yeah, and he scored again. Was in, you know, he's there to pounce. Good finish as well. Could have easily placed that over the bar. So yeah, I'll give him 6.5. What channel's the draw on?
BBC Two, but there's something else is on at the moment. But I've just got it on in the background. And then moving on to the subs, one that we said that come on and done well, Moses. He really helped, obviously, us get that second goal in the sense of his urgency and the way he was just driving at Norwich, causing them problems. Obviously, I said it when we got the goal, that he's obviously massively helped that substitution. And again, you know, we know it, driving forward and stuff. He's got that wealth of experience. So you know he's always going to be dangerous in that sense. It's just playing him as a wing back sometimes it's a bit worrying because you know he's not a defensive minded player. So yeah, for me, he was decent. He was decent in the game. So you know what? I'll give him 6.5, another 6.5.
Yeah, I thought he looked lively when he come on straight away as well. You know, attacking, some good crosses in. You know, looked more like the quality player he is. Kept Stacey a lot more quiet as well. So yeah, 6.5.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And then moving on to the next player, Woodrow. Obviously got a yellow card. Yeah, just not great. Not really making that impact. So for me, I'm going with the 5.
Yeah, I'll give him a 5. I'll give him and Taylor a 5 because by then,
I have to agree. I'll go with the same for Taylor because he weren't really in the game. Do you know what I mean? Again, you know, we were getting, you know, peppered up at times, but again, you know, he's not really. He's had a decent amount of time. Let's be honest, guys, in the last 2 games. So yeah, I mean, the Leeds game, I thought he was better than this game, you know, but yeah, I'm gonna have to agree. Moving on to Kraus, well, should have either started or come on earlier in the game. Obviously, come on 75th minute for Baptiste. I think I'll just sit with a 6.
yeah, I'll give him a 6.
And then Holmes, well, yeah, 6 as well because he come on. I didn't even see the point of that sub. I'll be honest, guys. I really didn't see the point of that. So yeah, it was just a frustrating game. You know, yet again, we look vulnerable defensively. We're there for the taking. We're there for the taking defensively. You know, where's this getting better, guys? Like, I don't know. I can't tell you guys. I'll be honest. I'm glad we're not playing during the week because we're just not playing good enough. The next 2 games, they are better games, I guess you would say. But again, don't underestimate Swansea. You know, they don't really concede a lot. I know they have in their last 2, but predominantly throughout the season, they haven't. And Stoke, I mean, you never know what you're going to get from Stoke. They're very hit and miss, but they could come to Kenilworth Road and beat us. I wouldn't be surprised. They did a good few seasons ago. I remember 1-0. You know, so I was at that game, and then I think the year after we beat him 1-0, Pelly Ruddock scored. So I think that's the last time he scored. So I don't know, man. I don't know, but yeah, it's not good. It's not good. But any final things you want to say, Dad, on the Norwich game?
No, you know, I see some videos where people are like, I see one earlier and it was quite, you know, You done well, lads. Ignore everyone that's booing. Did you see that? I was thinking,
Yeah,
can't be.
I don't know.
They,
It was
they
very
know.
obviously I was in that away end. It was very mixed. There was a lot of when the full time whistle went, there was a lot of boos. But as they come over, it was sort of a bit 50-50.
Yeah, because you want to stick by them, I get it, but sometimes it's nothing wrong with booing. You know what I mean? Not that
No.
woke. Do you know what I mean? They get paid a hell of a lot of money. And
Exactly. To not even try and like defend as well. Like, come on, guys.
Yeah. Do you know what I mean? If you went into a top class restaurant and they, there was a hairy, you wouldn't go, "That's all right. Don't worry about it." You'd say something. Do you know what I mean? You would be pissed off. Whatever. You got to have that balance. Yeah, you don't want it to be too toxic, but at the end of the day, this is created from within.
It's the expectations that were set at the start of the season as well, guys. Like, let's not forget that. Right? They come out and say we're going to win the league. Well, our aim's to win the league.
Yeah, and it's not that. I've seen a hell of a lot worse. Like when we was in the conference, we were expected to beat everyone. If we went 1-0 down, people would be booing.
Mad, yeah.
So, that was really, really toxic, and you can kind of get it. But that way that carried on, that's nowhere near that. No. Nowhere near. I've heard a lot worse. I've heard top, Premier teams get booed to shit sometimes, and then it just dissipates eventually.
Yeah, and the thing is as well,
a
lot of people were going on about, I didn't like how it was at Sheffield United. It weren't even bad. We just chanted Edwards, sort it out. That's not even that bad. It could have been worse. It could have been, you get out of the club. You know what I mean? Like, come on now, guys. At the end of the day, I'll be honest, I had someone in front of me, right? He was going, he didn't agree with what I was doing. I weren't clapping it. I weren't booing it, but I weren't clapping it. I was like, how are you guys clapping this? And he was like, no, don't be like that. I said, mate, we're not playing Man City away or Liverpool away. I know Man City a bit crap right now, but, Liverpool away, something like that, it's not good enough. The fact and the reality is we said the expectations are win the league, right? We're fighting relegation with that squad. I could accept mid-table rebuild season, which again, if we magically got a few results going together, we probably could get mid-table. But I don't see how that's happening. We're not consistent enough. We're vulnerable defensively. We're all over the show defensively. So yeah, man. But yeah, that's really it on that. Really, now I want to say it's just. I'll be honest, guys. I'm not doing a few games now. Obviously, it's at Christmas time as well, so you got to get people stuff on that for Christmas. So, my next game, guys, will probably be Derby at home, and that's not even a definite. That's a potential. So, yeah, I would have done Blackburn away, but the fact that they've done one ticket per person, that's just ridiculous. Like, what's that all about? And yeah, the home games, I don't really want to do them at this moment in time, guys, because it's just not good enough. So yeah, that's that. But obviously, I'll still do watch-alongs and stuff. Well, I don't know about the one this Saturday because obviously that's a 3:00 game. But the Stoke game that should be on Sky Sports Plus. So I'll do a watch-along to that. Blackburn away. We got something sorted for that actually. So yeah, and then obviously we've got Derby. But again, if I don't go to that, I'll do a watch-along. It's on TV. But yeah, man. Jackie says, "Hi, Ty Daz. I think they should dock their money." Yeah, I totally agree. I totally agree with that. It's just not good enough. But the draw is coming on, so we might as well. Well, I'm going to stay on anyway to do a guess a reaction. We might as well see who we get. I mean, who do I want? I'm not really asked, to be honest. Probably lose whoever we get. Let's be honest. I don't know. I guess someone we ain't played for a while that are in a lower division, maybe. Just to go to the stadium if it's away. Obviously, might even still be at home, but might as well, guys. Let me know in the chat. Who do you want? Obviously, I know a lot of people will be tuning in now, non-Luton fans as well, because obviously to see who it is. I mean, Lennon says Tamworth versus Luton. Mate, I'll be honest. At their ground, they probably beat us right now. You know what I mean? At their ground, let's be honest. I mean, fair play to them. Obviously beat Huddersfield 1-0. And then obviously beat Burton on penalties, wasn't it? I mean, fair play. There's always one team in there every year, Dad, and this is what the FA Cup's about. One team that always do the shock, beat the teams you don't expect them to beat, and that's why we love it. Jackie says we'd lose to a non-league club. Honestly, if we played any of the non-league clubs away, I think we'd lose. I really do. Home, maybe scrape it. Oh, it's just not good enough. You know what I mean? Maybe. Even that time we beat Harrogate 4-0, yeah, we weren't even that great. All right, we didn't play for like a month, but still, it's crazy. Obviously, we were at that game. Do you remember that one?
Yeah, I think if we do get a non-league team or very lower ranked team, I think they will do us because they'll just be up for it. And we've done it to so many teams. We've come close. We've had it done to us in recent, especially under Rob Edwards.
And a lot of teams a lot of lower opposition teams have done us. I mean, there was a question earlier. I've already answered it, but you probably wouldn't, Dad. But would you take Man City at home based on the current form? Oh, mate, I wouldn't. They'd still batter us. Yeah, 7 games unbeaten without a win. They'd still beat us. They'd still beat us. But yeah, it's mad.
I haven't seen it from City. No one's really seen that poor run of form. But
no,
they can. All these people are writing them off. Oh, mate.
Yeah, City are known for doing these type of comebacks, man. Like they are known for it. So I wouldn't fully underestimate. I mean, yeah, I've heard a few City fans saying it's not the same as what it has been in that sense, but they are that team. If anyone can get a run going in the Premier League, it's Man City. Like, let's just be real with it. So that Blackburn game tickets, I don't get their away end, hold 7K. It's a long way, 10 days before Christmas. I just don't know why they've done the fact of 1 ticket per person. Like, when you go to a away game, you predominantly go with someone, don't you? It's just, I don't understand it. I don't get it. It's weird. That's why I'm not going to it. Because it's just annoying, really. But we have got something planned for that. So obviously we'll tell you a lot nearer the time anyway. Dagenham and Redbridge at home. Yeah, I mean, that would be interesting. Obviously, Piera plays for them. I don't think he could play against us because of that. But, mate, I'll tell you what, we played them at their ground, they'd do us. Let's just be honest, they probably would. Even when we play these teams at home, if we get any of them, I think we'll narrowly beat them. To be honest. You know what I mean? Some of them is just, and it's not even our fact of our form this season. It's like we said, the recent years we've done awful against lower opposition. Scraped it against Bolton. Lost 3-0 to Grimsby in that replay. Drew 2-2 in the first game. Poor defensively in that game as well. Actually, thinking about it, we conceded straight away. There's one Luton fan near me. Obviously, because it's FA Cup, they get the whole of the Oak Road bit as well. Full of Grimsby fans. The guy was going, all that. Literally look up and they equalised. They just violated him. Oh, so yeah, it's just not good. It's not good, guys. So yeah, I mean, Dad, I guess if you could decide, who would you want?
I'd probably prefer like a championship team at home.
Yeah, fair enough.
Probably, someone we've possibly already played, or I think that might be the easiest.
Like Cardiff or someone like that. Yeah. Someone like that. We know we can beat them even if we don't play great. Yeah, I'd have to agree. I mean, I'll tell you who I would like at home. Right, and again, they might actually do us, but Salford at home. I'll take them at home. Away, we'd probably lose. I don't know. I'll be honest, guys. I don't really like him. You know what I mean? I don't know. I'll take them at home. Someone like that. You know what I mean? That's who my one would be. Arsenal at home. Nah, no thanks. Obviously played them last year, didn't we? They beat us like that. Oh, that was gutting, man.
We always get Chelsea, mate. So
Chelsea, City. Well, I say City. That was only last year, but yeah, predominantly Chelsea. Yeah,
Chelsea or Man United, mate, or Liverpool. It'll be one of them 3.
Yeah, I mean, Exile Hatter says he'll take anyone at home. Really, fair enough. I mean, the thing is, if it was last season, I would have to agree with that. Because we did give teams games at home. Like, take away the FA Cup City win. Like, the league game, they narrowly beat us. Drew with Liverpool at home. You know, narrowly lost to Chelsea. All right, we've done stupid mistakes at the start, which give us a mountain to climb. Same with Man United, but again, they didn't blow us away. Beat Newcastle at home, beat Palace at home. You know, like there was decent results. There was, but this season, I don't know, man. I just think if we play a Premier League team, they just hammer us. Really. Well, it depends who it is, obviously, but if we play like, oh mate, the way Liverpool are playing right now, if we got someone like that, Jesus, they'll probably be breaking records. Like, let's be honest. Bromley away, yeah, Bromley are in it. I mean, fair play to Bromley, by the way. First season in the football league, and they're doing as well as they are. I think you have to give them a lot of credit. I mean, again, Bromley away, they'd beat us probably. I'm just being honest, guys. Like they probably would. Southampton away. Yeah, we'll just take Southampton away, Dad.
Yeah, I'll take them actually.
That'd actually be an alright away day, you know. Yeah, I'll take Southampton at home. Away, I don't know. I do think we're quite similar. Yes, they're in the Premier League, but I think if we were in the Premier League, the only team we could probably compete with is Southampton. I don't rate them. Like, I don't rate the way they play. Do you know what I mean? They've got good players, but I just don't rate the way they play. It's stupid. Passing around the back. You know, they've done it against Liverpool. What are they doing? Seriously, I couldn't believe it. So, yeah, obviously they're longing out the draw. You know, talk about other stuff like that, like they do. But it'll be interesting to see who we get. So you're going with any championship team, Dad? Well, not any championship team, a lower end championship team. We're around about where we are, to be fair. I'm gonna say, I don't know, I want Salford at home. Don't know why. Just do. So Jackie says anyone would beat us in a minute. Ipswich at home, nah, Ipswich would beat us. Ipswich would beat us, definitely. QPR away, no, I don't want them. We've still got to play them again. And they beat us twice already. So I'm good, thanks. But these ties, I think they're played between the what was it earlier? I saw it. I think it's the 3rd of January to the Monday, which is obviously the 6th. Obviously we don't play that weekend anyway. But apparently the ones after that, if we did progress, they'd have to change it up because I think it's when we got Plymouth at home, I think. 8th of February or something, if it's on the Saturday, obviously. So they'll have to reschedule that if we progress, obviously, depending on who we get, isn't it? Really. So we'll see. We'll see who we get, but you know,
what number we are?
We're 21. 21 we are. It's quite ironic. So I think Liverpool are 20. I think it's in like alphabetical order, or you know, of who are in the higher leagues because I think Birmingham are like quite a high number. So yeah, we'll have to see, but it'll be interesting, like I say, to see who we get. I mean, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because if you get a Premier League team, most likely lose, you know, depending on who it is. And then you get a lower team, just because of our record over the years, probably lose that as well. It's just, it's all mad.
Positive in here, mate. So positive in here.
I know, right? Aren't we sandwiched between City and Liverpool? Yeah. So that's what I was going to say. Liverpool are 20, Man City are 22, the numbers. So it's like last year in the Premier League thing.
Might be one of them teams who does crap in the league but good in the cup.
I mean, we flipping need that. Brighton away, no thanks. No thanks. I'm good. I'm good, thanks. Brighton at home, maybe. Because I just think about that game last year. I know it's a one-off, but still. Away, no chance. No thanks. I could just see them just violating us, to be honest. But yeah. Exeter away, no, we lost to them. Was that last season? It was, wasn't it? Yeah, when Kabore hit the flipping window or something. It was that game, wasn't it? Yeah, no thanks. We lost to him last year. That was in the League Cup, I believe. 1-0 it was. Oh, we were fuming after that. Remember that, Dad? Oh,
yeah.
Can you imagine everyone that went to that midweek that was as well? Oh, mate. Jeez. So I'm saying, like, even against the lower teams, we just just don't do great, to be honest. Like if we win, we scrape it really. Right, let's be honest. Well, I think it is actually starting now. So let's see who we get. Gonna be interesting. Oh, here we go. 21. Just keep your eye out for 21.
Oh, just stop with the waffle, man. We've seen him score that goal about 1,000,000 times.
Oh, I know. Yeah, I know. They love to do this. Yeah, it's all mad, really. It's all mad, but yeah, we'll see. We'll see who we get when it actually decides to start, and they don't show me goals that I've seen about 100 times. Big up to everyone inside. Do obviously do smash a like. We are waiting patiently for the draw when it decides to actually start, and it decides to actually start to get on with it. You know, because you know what they like doing on these things. Anything, mate. FA Cup, Champions League, they love it. Plymouth away, definitely not. Definitely not after the way they done us. I mean, again, like I said earlier, and I said it at the time, defensively they weren't great. Going forward, they because how poor we are, we look dangerous. We look dangerous every single. Uh, well, they look dangerous. Sorry, every single flipping time. That Sissoko was loving it, mate. He was absolutely loving it. I'll take him at home. I'll be honest. I'll take Plymouth at home because away they are abysmal. You know whether they'll continue that in the cup, we shall see. But yeah, I mean Tamworth are number 53, Dagenham and Redbridge number 50, Arsenal 2, Chelsea 10. Watford at home. Yeah, I'll be honest. I'll take Watford at home. I'll be honest because you know they'll be up for that. Away, no, I wouldn't take. I'll be honest, guys. I wouldn't take them away. I wouldn't. Yeah, Bromley as well was obviously another standout. So
yeah, get it on with it.
Yeah, right, here we go. Here we go. They're actually starting it now. We're actually getting somewhere, guys. So here we go. Let's see. Let's see who we get. And you know what we might as well do, yeah. Norwich ground. It was nice going there. Do you know what I mean? It's nice having a bit of banter with the people at the Holiday Inn. But it's now that time. And we go back to Kenilworth Road, yeah? We go back to Kenilworth Road. So there we go. Back at Kenilworth Road. Right, who have we got? 36, right. Who's that? Southampton. Southampton are the first team picked out at home. They're going to be against 39, which is Swansea. Okay, so they only met each other in the Championship last year. Southampton win that, I reckon. You'd think. Number 2, Arsenal. No thanks. No, thank you. Yeah. No thanks. Yeah. Oh my God. Nearly. Man United.
Oh,
That's quite ironic because I think they've got each other this week. This week in the Premier League. I think they're like tomorrow or Wednesday. I don't know, but they've got each other this week. I know that. Exeter, no, I don't want Exeter away because of them last year. I don't want it. I don't want him. And they're actually quite good at home this year. 29, which is Oxford. Oh, that'll be an all right game, I reckon. Quite an underrated game, that Exeter, Oxford United, I reckon. Leighton Orient. Yeah, I'll take Leighton Orient away. I'll take Leighton Orient away. 13. No, it's not us. Derby. They'll bring good following there. They'll bring good following to that. 62. I think that's right. Reading. Yeah, I'll take Reading away. I'll take Reading away. No, number 8. Burnley. Yeah, Burnley beat him. Let's be honest. Number 3, that's one of Villa. No, no thanks. No thanks.
What Spartan?
Yeah, but that would be ironic, wouldn't it? No, it's not us. It's not us. 43, which is West Ham. I reckon Villa are progressing that, I reckon. Would you take Oxford away? Well, they've already been in it. Norwich, no, thanks. No, been there, done that.
You know, innit?
Oh, thank God. No, number 6. Thank God for that. Brighton and Hove. You know what? That actually been an alright game, I reckon. Norwich versus Brighton. That's quite 22, which is Liverpool, City. Sorry, Man City at home. Yeah, no thanks. No thanks. Oh God, here we go. 45, which is not us. Thank God for that. Salford.
Oh wow,
That's a big game for them, though. That's actually well. Obviously, I know Salford. They've like been up there.
It's a derby.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say to a certain extent. Millwall away. Would you take Millwall away, Doug?
Fuck that.
Number 50 is not us anyway. Dagenham and Redbridge. That's
a derby as well.
Derby as well. Yeah. 20, which is Liverpool. No.
I'll turn it off. I'll see you later.
Unless you want to see any records broken, then we'll watch that. Oh, I thought that was actually us then. I only saw the one. Accrington Stanley.
That's a derby and all.
Another derby, isn't it? To a certain extent.
What a game that is.
Bristol City. Nah. We got them on Boxing Day. Yeah, let's just save it for that. We would lose that probably. They're quite good at home. Wolves. That's not a bad game, you know. It's not a bad game. 32. Preston. No. I've been to Preston twice. We haven't even scored a goal, guys. 46. Who is that? Charlton. Oh, Nathan Jones, Charlton going to Preston. That'd be an interesting game, you know. Who's that? Chelsea. No. Look, we're on the thing now as well. Look, we're on the screen now. Be typical, wouldn't it? Oh, thank God for that. We've already played Chelsea too much. Morecambe. I think that actually happened. No, I think that actually happened a couple of years ago. I swear it did. At Chelsea. I think it actually did, you know. Middlesbrough. No. No, it's not us. It's not us. Blackburn Rovers. I mean, championship tie. That's not bad. They're both doing well. Number 1. Bournemouth. No. They give me vibes of last season. No thanks. 42. No, it's not us. It's not us.
We're going to get Newcastle.
Bournemouth West Brom. That's not a bad game either. 55. I swear that's like. Oh no, it's Mansfield. I thought it was like not Bromley because I think they're 60, but something like that. 64. Wigan. I mean, that'll be interesting. I think Mansfield are decent at home. Tamworth away. No thanks. I'm being honest. This is big for them though. Imagine if they get like. Who did they get? Tottenham going to Tamworth. That's going to be sick for them, money-wise.
That's wicked.
But you know what? I'm saying it right now. 1-0 Tamworth. You know what? Screw it. It's Tottenham, innit? Hull City. You know what? I would take Hull away, you know.
Yeah, I would, yeah.
No, it's not us. It is Doncaster. Isn't that a derby, sort of? I think it. Yeah, I think it is. No, I don't want Sunderland away.
It's going to be them.
I'm already doing that later on next year. Yeah. Thank you. See. Yeah, Stoke. I mean, another championship tie. 19. I mean, that's not far from our number. No, I wouldn't take them. No thanks. Yeah. Queen's Park Rangers. Leicester win that. You'd think. They'll make it hard for themselves. I wouldn't be surprised.
No,
that's our bogey team. Yeah, that's our bogey team. Yeah, that's not. We can't have that. Oh, thank God for that. Plymouth going to Brentford. You know. Brentford win.
Teams are left, man. We could get Watford as well.
I know. 11. Coventry. No. No thanks. Lampard versus Edwards, probably. Well, might not be by then, but you never know. 35. Sheffield Wednesday. Another championship tie. I think that's like the third championship tie. Third one now. 26. Newcastle. No. Even though we drew there, we'll lose there this time. But no thanks. 60. That's Bromley, I think. Yeah, Bromley going away to St James's Park. That's going to be good for the the experience. Maybe not the game, but Everton.
No.
Saying that, didn't AFC Wimbledon beat Newcastle at Newcastle a few years ago? Everton, I wouldn't say. Do you know what? Actually, I would have, and the only reason I would have actually is last time at Goodison Park. That's the only reason. But we ain't got them anyway. Peterborough got them. So that'll be interesting. Wickham. Did you say Wickham? I mean, Wickham are on good form, aren't they? So probably not. Oh, I thought that was us then. I actually thought that was us. 31. Portsmouth. That'll be an interesting game, that, with it being at Wickham. They might actually beat them, to be fair. 54. Birmingham. I mean, I do have that haunts about that 3-0. However, we have beat them since we went there. 52. No, it's not us. Lincoln.
Mate, we're going to get fucking Premier League team.
So that's a League One clash. 18, which is Leeds. No. I don't want Leeds away. Don't do this to me. Don't do this to us. Oh, thank God for that. Harrogate. Remember playing Harrogate?
That's a derby.
Yeah, again, another derby. Yeah, it's true. What'd you do, Dad? 21 versus 41. What are you saying?
Right, it could be.
Nottingham Forest, nah. They're doing well this year. I didn't think they would, I'll be honest. Lost to Cambridge, yeah, that was it. Oh, you having a laugh? Are you having a laugh? We got Nottingham Forest away with the form they're on. Oh my God. Sheffield United. Oh. We're out, guys. Probably. Sheffield again. Another championship counter. Sheffield United.
We might have their former manager by then.
Oh. Ipswich. Let's see who they get. That'd be interesting.
Watford.
Bristol Rovers. They got. Yeah, win that then. I mean, let's see. You know what? I reckon. Yeah, it's going to be Palace Watford, isn't it? It's going to be Palace Watford. I reckon. Oh no, they're going to Watford are going away to Fulham. Yeah, Fulham should be all right there, really. And then Palace are at home to Stockport, so that's the draw. So Nottingham Forest away. I mean, not really a game you want, to be fair, in my opinion, with the form they've been on. I mean, maybe last year, even though we didn't beat them last year, we drew both times, but. I mean, instant reaction, Dad. Nottingham Forest away in the cup. What are we saying about that?
It's not the worst draw, but it is a Premier League team, and this, it is away, so I can't really. But you never know. Pressure's off them, so we'll see what happens.
Yeah, it'd be interesting. I mean, it's probably not ideal, is it? Really, with the form that they're on this season, doing really well. To be fair, the only teams who actually beat Liverpool as well. So far this year. So, yeah, I can't see anything other than a defeat and probably not a close game like they were last year, to be honest. But we shall see. It'll be interesting. I mean, it could have been worse. Let's be honest. But still, it's not ideal. But yeah, it's one of them as well. I know, obviously, a lot of Luton fans that go to the games, like someone who we haven't really been to for a while. Been to Forest quite a lot, haven't we? Obviously, last season, was it the year before that? No, sorry, the year before that. Obviously, I went there to 0-0. So, yeah, it's not great. I mean, Exile Hatter's reaction to it. Yeah, I mean, it could have been worse. Like I say, it could have been worse, but it's not ideal, is it, really, given their form, So, yeah, we shall see. But any final things you want to say, Dad, about anything before we end it?
Good ties in there. There's some good ties in there.
A lot of derbies as well, which is always good. And a lot of good games for You know, especially Tamworth, Tottenham at home, the money coming in for them, that'll be sick. So, you know, and a few of the others got decent away days. You know, Newcastle away, Bromley, wasn't it? So
And Liverpool, that's mental.
yeah, yeah, yeah. There was a lot of ones. What was the other one? Dagenham, Redbridge going to Millwall. You know, that's going to be interesting as well. But not a decent draw, to be fair, compared to the last couple of years. They've been a bit. There's been like one or two standout games, actually quite a lot from this one. So we shall see. But yeah, man, big up to everyone that tuned in. Obviously, do smash a like if you haven't already, and obviously do subscribe to the channel. Do check out everything on the channel as well over the last couple of days if you haven't already. So obviously the vlog, and obviously the fan cam and mic, the short I put out yesterday as well. As for content, there'll be nothing other than shorts now until Friday, and then obviously we can get straight into that Swansea game. And yeah, as it stands right now, I'm not too sure what I'm doing regarding the Swansea game, and I know David's not going, so there won't be fan cam. So there might not be nothing just for that game, but we'll see. We'll see. I'll try and do a reaction or some sort of thing for that, and then obviously we've got Stoke after that. So it'll be a hat show all in one preview and review, and then obviously that should be on Sky Sports Plus, so should be doing a watch along to that. So yeah, big up to everyone that's tuned in. Like I say, smash a like, do subscribe, a new subscriber in the stream as well. So big up to yourself, and obviously do follow me across all my socials. Subscribe to the extra channel as well. All of that is in the description. And yeah, until next time, we will see you lot in a bit. So yeah, until then, take care and peace.